Hey, good evening, everyone. I hope everyone is enjoying Bootcamp so far. So let me start out with this. I know that the first week is going to seem slow, but there's a huge lesson that I hope that you understand and get, and that is that, starting your day off with drinking water, right? Just that one simple step that puts you ahead of most people the way that they start out their diet, because most people, they just don't hydrate themselves. And not only that, if you are following this boot camp, think about it this way. It's not just that you did it this morning, but you hydrated and started your day off on a good note yesterday. You did that today, so that's the beginning of the week, right? So think about it in this way, that when you learn to take your morning and basically make a success out of it, you can conquer the entire day. Well, similar to that, if you conquer the beginning of the week, chances are that you're going to conquer the entire week. And if you're able to conquer the first week of the month, you're able to conquer the full month, right? So the reason why I bring that up is because a lot of people ask me, how do I go about making some changes into my diet, or how do I do things like intermittent fasting, or just like a 7-day water fast and things like that. And the answer is that it's just one little step at a time. Is you don't set out to do like a long-term type of deal. You really just focus on making like that next step, like that one thing at a time. When I did my first, I talk about a 90-day juice fast that I did. Whenever I say that, by the way, everyone gives me the weirdest looks, like 90 days, right? And the truth is that I didn't start out with 90 days. I started out setting a goal to do 3 days. And even when I did, that goal of 3 days, in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, it's like, I don't even know if I can do 1 day. Like, I don't even know if I can skip breakfast alone. This is like way back when I started. But it's because I decided to just go ahead and do it. And I did that 1 day. I realized, okay, I can get through 1 day. Then I did 2 days, and it turned to 3 days, which turned to 4 or 5, and then it turned into the whole week, which then turned into the month, and then that's how I ended up doing my 90-day juice fast. And so you're essentially going through a similar process right now, where you're just waking up and you're drinking water first thing in the morning. It doesn't seem like it's a whole lot, but when you start to compound that effect, there's a book called The Compound Effect, which I should have it right here. It's The Compound Effect. You're actually going to see a video that I made on, a summary of this book that I want to share with you guys, so that you can get like what this book covers. But you're essentially going to be experiencing what the compound effect is in this process, which is just doing, like a simple step consistently over time. That's what's going to bring you the results, right? So one of the things that I want to talk about today for day number 2 is, I want to go back to, the first week. Really, what I really hope to get across more than anything is to have you really pay attention. Okay, I'm saying this, a few different ways and a few different times, but you got to really pay attention to the little details, right? And the reason why I'm saying that is because I'm getting messages from some of you, and it's just basically getting clear that even though the instructions, were simple, I've made videos, and I know some of the videos I'm sending via links, I don't know why they're broken. I'm trying to fix that. I'm going to send a test message after I do this live, so if you can please do me a favor, click the link and then let me know if it works for you. I'm going to try something a little bit different. But anyways, I want to make sure that you guys understand that for this week, right, the only assignment that you have is to wake up and drink one of these quart size, right? It's a quart size, 1 quart. It's basically 1/4 of a gallon. I don't know how else to say it. It's a quart size mason jar. That's how much water I drink. Not 1 glass, not 1 pint, 1 quart, right? So that's the first thing. Second thing is, when I talk about the minerals, I mentioned that we have the pink Himalayan salt crystals soaked in water. So the salt basically dissolves into water. It's about 25%, absorption basically. You want those minerals, and you want magnesium. Okay, you want both. All right, so pay attention here. Not one or the other. You want both. pink Himalayan salt has pretty much all of the minerals that you need. There's about 80 plus of these minerals. This is what makes your body conductive. This is what is going to allow your body to actually absorb water into your body. So it's really part of hydration, and it's part of pH regulation. Remember, as a brewer, there were 5 things that I understood. You gotta take care of water, minerals, pH, temperature, and that's what actually determines the health of bacteria and or yeast, right? I learned that for brewing purposes, and it wasn't until I started researching health that I realized that gut health is exactly the same thing. You got to pay attention to water, minerals, pH, temperature, and bacteria. And so this simple process is really just priming you. It's really, in a way, helping your body exchange its water source that it has right now. The best way that I can think about the body's basically 74% water, and it's supposed to be 74% water. Most people are probably under 70%, closer to maybe 69, 68% water, and that's dehydration, right? And then the water that they have in their bodies is for the most part toxic, right? It's not only dehydrated, but there's a lot of toxicity in that water. And so part of my recovery process has been flushing out all of the old water and replacing it with new water, and that's where salt comes in handy. And so one way to think about it is this salt, especially from the pink Himalayan salt, that's what gives you that conductivity. So if you take any like a lamp or something and you have a wire, that cord, right, it's a copper wire. Copper is one of the conductive materials. That's basically what the salt is doing for you. And then you have magnesium. Magnesium is really what gives like that ability to spark, to like power up. And I'm going to be sending you some videos that actually show this and demonstrate how it works. But I just want to point out and make it clear that what we are doing during the first week is adding both the pink Himalayan salt crystals and the ionic magnesium. And I also want to, emphasize that I put a lot of time into researching all of the products that I use. So I really only share the stuff that I use, and I really only use stuff that I feel has given me like the best results. And as you're going to see as I share, some of the stuff that I buy and things like that, I don't like really shop around or mess around. I really just look for the highest quality. So I know a lot of people ask me about like the pink Himalayan salt. Like this is the bag that I have for a pink Himalayan salt, and I want to show you some of the crystals so you can see. These are the crystals. This is how big my salt is, right? And this is what I put in here to soak, right? You can get like the coarse ground pink Himalayan salt that works, but I'm showing you this is basically what I get, and you can't really find these anymore. At least I haven't been able to find these ever since I bought them, so I'm glad that I got a huge bag of these crystals. But these are basically like the purest, unprocessed, like these are just good. Anyways, so that's really the the importance of doing this. And so going back to what I just said in the beginning, if you drank your water, right, yesterday and this morning, you are ahead of most people, right? Now, think about it this other way. I know there's people that are only drinking one or the other. You're already falling behind. And that's really what happens in life, is that whenever you have something that you're going after, say for example, you want to produce more hormones, you want to improve your health, you want to do something else, the things that you have to do are easy to do, but they're also easy not to do. In fact, it's usually easier to like not do it because there's no action required. But that's really what I see happening all around me, is that every day I do things intentionally to improve my health, while most people, because they feel normal, they're just basically going about their day and doing whatever, and they don't really take care of their health until something bad happens. And that was me prior to experiencing all of my issues, right? 7 years ago, That's basically where I was. I never really took care of my health, never really paid attention to what I put into my body. But now that I've been on this journey and realized that, a lot of what I do is basically detox my body. Basically, I'm trying to get out of my body all the junk and all the crap that I put in it, like the last, the first 28 years of my life, I would say. And because I now realize all of the hard work that it takes to get all this stuff out, that's why I am a lot more conscious of what I put into my body. And that's really kind of like the big picture of what I'm trying to help you with during this hormone bootcamp, is to make you more aware, make you more conscious of what you're putting into your body. Because once you start to clean out your body and you start to actually work at it, you're going to realize that it's a work. It's basically a daily maintenance kind of thing. But that's basically what we have to do to keep ourselves healthy. You're not going to do these minerals just these 6 weeks and then just stop and think that you're going to be okay. No, this is a habit that you're going to basically make part of your daily life, as long as you want to be healthy. The moment you decide it's like, hey, throwing in the towel, I'm ready to go, then maybe you can stop. But if you want to be healthy, if you want to have energy, especially the older that we grow, we lose, we don't have the same kind of energy levels unless we do these practices. So this is why I have incorporated this into my daily routines, and that's exactly what I am sharing with you. I'm just sharing with you what I do, and I can't force you to do it. I'm just basically I want you to get the results that I get, and the best way for me to really accomplish that, I guess, is to demonstrate, to lead by example, and so that's basically what this is about. So that's pretty much the big picture item. Like I said, I'm going to be working on releasing the first training, special training for hormone bootcamp participants. So I want to make sure that the links that I'm sending out are working. For whatever reason, they haven't been working. So hopefully I can fix that. If not, I'll have to figure out another way to get you guys those links. But in the meantime, everyone who's participating, if you have been drinking your water with minerals in the morning, let me know by typing in hydrate below, and that's going to let me know who is actually participating. And when I say participating, like actually doing the activities. And also, I'm not going to ask quite yet, who is actually keeping track of their eating habits, basically filling out their meal plans, what you currently are doing. But remember, right now I have 3 people that I'm going to be looking over their diets, and I'll probably have room for 2 more. So these 2 I'm going to be picking out from whoever I see that's engaging the most. I've had some people that even reached out to me who didn't get to registered, and basically what I told them is like, hey, just watch the live videos and engage. And if I see you engage more than some of the people that register, then guess what? I'm probably going to actually work with you, because I want to work with the people who I'm seeing are actually taking action and doing something for their health. So that is pretty much it. Again, let me know in the comments, type hydrate. And if you've drank your minerals, right? If you drank your water and minerals, that way I know who is actually engaging. And this is part of being a part of this bootcamp in a group. Is accountability, is basically showing up and letting everyone know that, hey, I did it. And if you didn't do it, then that's basically what accountability is for, is to basically make you aware that, hey, you're the one that's not taking action, because we're bringing you the information. We're basically putting everything together for you. I'm not even charging for this bootcamp. I do get some commissions from some of the products, not everything. These minerals, by the way, I don't get anything from these minerals. And some people have sent me some of the stuff that they're buying, and it's different. And frankly, like, I can't tell you if that stuff works if I've never used it. So like I said, I only recommend the stuff that I personally use. And so I really hope that you guys are taking advantage of all the time that I put into my research. Other than that, I hope you guys have a great night. I'll be sending that message later today, so let me know if the links are working, and I'll be in touch with some of you guys soon. All right, talk to you guys later.